Have any of you heard of the Tutu Project? I've been seeing pictures of a middle-aged man in a pink tutu just prancing around in all kinds of different locations. And at the first glance, it's not a pretty sight to see. But then I read about the story behind these pictures and why he started taking these pictures, what effect these pictures have on other people out there, and how the couple who are running the Tutu Project are using the proceeds to make this world a better place. And it made me want to give this guy a big hug. Now, can you imagine what a middle-aged dude in a pink tutu can do for you? Check it out. This is Chrisette Michele with A Couple of Forevers. That was Chrisette Michele with A Couple of Forevers, and you guys are now tuned into TBS efm 101.3, listening to What's Poppin', and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, here are a couple things I'd like to tell you guys. Send us an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com if you have any questions or just want to leave us a message. Positive messages really brighten up our day here. You can also check out our playlist on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. We also upload pictures of our open studios, pictures of our guests, and of course, me. Now, about our open studio, we'll be having our open studio this week, which is tomorrow, Wednesday. Just remind you guys, tomorrow is going to be a special day for me, Punita, and Alexander. You guys don't want to miss out because we're going to be singing. We're going to be having a great time, some cray-cray moments. So please come into the studio to show me, Alexander, and Punita some support. Now, with that said, we're going to get into some Papa Verse. Now, y'all know what Papa Verse is all about. I'm going to drop some verses on y'all, on my thoughts and what we gave you at the very beginning of our show. So you guys try to guess which songs I took the verses from. Check it out, y'all. All right, going back to the Tutu Project, it was started by a guy named Bob Carey, and his wife, Linda, was diagnosed with cancer back in 2003. Now, she fought hard, but just when she thought it was gone, cancer came back in 2006. Now, that's when Bob decided to do anything to make his wife smile and laugh, and that's when he would wear a pink tutu and prance around topless. And the couple started taking pictures of Bob wearing this pink tutu in different locations, and it made it into a self-published book called Ballerina, where all the proceeds goes to the Carey Foundation, which is a non-profit organization that formed to support women with breast cancer. Now, this couple has personally experienced that not all expenses are covered by medical insurance, so they wanted to help in any way they could to support these women battling breast cancer. What a great thing. Now, this Tutu Project may have started from simply being silly just for laughs, but it turned into something much bigger than they expected. So don't think that you can't change the world and be in a better place, because if God is the DJ, love is a dance floor, love is the rhythm, you are the music. That was Pink with God is a DJ. That'd be pretty cool if God was a DJ, because, you can throw in some requests like, yo, God, I want to hear some R. Kelly, even though he's a weird man. Or, oh, God, I want to hear some Beyonce. Or, God, I want to see some Destiny's Child. And he could do whatever he wanted to do. Of course, he's God, so he wouldn't listen to you if he's too busy. Because I'm pretty sure he's not the only I'm not the only person sending in requests. But anyways, we're talking about doing good things in the world, with the Tutu Project, Bob Carey, his foundation, the nonprofit organization. And I urge you guys, if you guys are able to do something big in life, to change things for the better, please go out and do it. You know what? Because a lot of people say, the government's going to change things. People can come together to change things. A lot of people are doing the talk. They're not walking the walk. So if you guys are able to do it, it only takes one person to make a huge difference in life. So I urge you guys to do what you can. And next song, actually, this artist, and actually two artists in this song, Rihanna featuring Eminem, are both doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I urge you guys, if you can, try to start a foundation, a nonprofit organization, or, even just going out, picking up trash, or, hugging somebody on the street that looks sad. That can actually change the world. You don't know what powers that people have. You're not God. You don't have to play God. But you know what? Just be a better person. Change, like Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror. Yes, if you want to change yourself before you try to change others. All right, guys? With that said, we're going to get to the next song. This is Rihanna featuring Eminem, Love the Way You Lie. All right, y'all, you're back with Brian Ju on What's Poppin', and now it's time for Brian's tips to tip the scale. Now, when I mean tip the scale, I don't necessarily mean losing weight. I mean, I'm dropping some knowledge on y'all, because you know me, your boy B, is all about the healthy lifestyle. So I'm going to tip your scale towards a better life. Now, Mr. Bob and Linda, which they were fighting against cancer, Learn that dealing with life can be hard, but life is always good as well. The only thing that we can do to face another day is to laugh, and share a laugh with others as well. So here are some things you may want to let go for you to be happy. Number 1, the approval of others. It's your life, so don't have other people's opinions dictate the way you live your life. All right, guys? Don't let people judge you or point fingers at you. All right. Number 2, anger or resentment. Now, wise man once said that anger is like swallowing a bottle of poison and expecting the other person to die. Now, anger will eat at you from the inside, but if you let that go, you'll find yourself much happier. So let go of the anger and the resentment, y'all. Number 3, idea of a perfect partner. Now, you can't depend on others for happiness, of course. And at the end of the day, the only person you can count on 100% of the time is yourself. So stop expecting someone to come along, sweep you off your feet, and bring you to happiness. That don't happen, y'all. That don't happen. It could be, momentarily, like, dude comes up into your life or a girl comes into your life and you're like, oh, I'm so happy. But guess what? Y'all gonna argue. Y'all gonna hate each other's more than breath. Y'all gonna hate each other's bangu. You know what I'm saying? So, love yourself. And the idea of a perfect partner doesn't happen. Love yourself. Expect yourself to change it. Number 4, money. Oh my gosh. There's so many things in life where we think that money can solve everything. But becoming rich isn't worth throwing away things like integrity, passion, love, family, friendship, and more. So, let go of that too. I'm not saying get rid of all your bank accounts and give all your money away. But I'm saying don't expect that, if you make lots of money, happiness will come your way. Because happiness through money can only be, for a short amount of time. What, you want the new little video game system out there? You want the new, gadgets out there? Yeah, we'll be happy that for that very special moment, that 1 minute or 2 minutes, whatever. But in the long run, you're not going to want to hold on to that because something new and improved will come out. You're going to want to buy that. So don't worry about money because money does not make the world go around, y'all. All right. But up next, we got Poppin' Roots coming soon, y'all. Mr. Joe Park coming into the studio. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we got Lily Allen with 22. All right, guys. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. Tuned to TBS efm 101.3. Mr. Music Producer Joe Park will be stepping in the studio shortly to talk about sampling, going back to the roots of some tracks and finding out which tracks they stem from on our Tuesday segment called Poppin' Roots. But for now, we have a word from our sponsors, and right after that, we're going to listen to a song by Alexandra Burke featuring Liza Morgan with Start Without You. Welcome back to part 2, and now it's time for Poppin' Roots with your man Joe Park, who just stepped into the studio. How you doing, Joe?
Doing very good.
Cool. It's kind of chilly in here, though.
Yeah.
A little cold.
Let's go. Because
somebody needs to pay the bills and put the heater on, y'all, because we're freezing in the studio. But right now, while it's cold, we got to heat things up by, we're going to talk about some Poppin' Roots. Now, what track did you bring with you today?
The first song I brought in today was T.I.'s biggest hit featuring Rihanna. Called Live Your Life.
Oh, Live Your Life. Hey!
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see this song done a cappella?
No, I haven't actually.
There's a show that I used to watch, it was like last year, and it's called The Sing-Off. So it's basically an a cappella version of like American Idol or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it was crazy. This group of boys from, I think, Seattle, some university in Seattle, I believe. They did this a cappella. It was crazy. Ooh. It was funny because, all the beatboxing, all the harmonies, all done with voices. They do that. One dude sings Rihanna's part. I'm like, wow. But, this reminded me of that. And that's why I love the song more. Not because of T.I., but because of the a cappella group.
Wow.
But right now we're going to talk about the T.I. version. Now, give us some info. A 411, I'm sorry, we're in Korea, so the 114 on T.I.
Yeah, so T.I., he was formerly known as T.I.P. and...
Tip?
Back in the day.
Could you imagine if it's, yo, y'all, this is Tip with a new single. That just sounds funny.
Yeah, so
T.I.P.
Known as T.I.P.
Okay.
And he's the founder and CEO of Grand Hustle Records.
Okay.
Which he launched in 2003.
Alrighty.
So far he's released 8 studio albums.
Alright.
And this was his 3rd single on his 6th studio album, Paper Trail.
All right.
Yeah, released back in 2008. Yes.
I didn't know it was that old. I thought it was like
it's been a while.
Like 2 years ago. Okay. 2008.
Yeah, and this song's mega hit was produced by a producer called Just Blaze.
Oh.
He's a huge...
Everybody know Just Blaze.
Yeah, hip-hop producer. Mm-hmm. Known for making crazy hits for Kanye and Jay-Z.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I said, this was like his T.I.'s biggest hit.
Okay.
He's won, 3 Grammy Awards?
For the single?
No, not for the single, but like...
But T.I. in general won 3 Grammy Awards. Oh, okay, cool. Now, this song is also not an original track, that means he sampled this track, of course.
Yes.
Now, what's the sampled track? Like, what song did he use?
Now, this sample track was sampled by a group called Ozone.
Ozone?
Ozone, yes. And the song's
I remember a group called O-Town, but Ozone? Okay, Ozone.
Yeah, and the song's called Dragostea Dinte.
What's that mean? Dragostea Dinte. If y'all know what that means, tweet it into us or email us or something. I don't know what that means, but Ozone. Okay, and what year they come out?
They came out in 1999.
Oh, so that's not an old group. Yes, I have to say it that way because that's when I debuted. And I hate when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I debuted in 1999. They're like, you're old. That's not old, y'all. That's not old. All right, so debut 1999. All right, now this is a group?
Yes, this is a group. Okay. And, it first started in like 1999, and the main guy is named Dan Balan. Okay. And he started with this guy named Petru. Right. But then Petru's like, okay, I don't see music as being a career, so then Balan was by himself, and then so he had to have an addition. And he's like, I'm looking for 2 more members, 3 more members, and then 2 more joined up, and he said, okay, we're called Ozone. And then they released a single.
Dragostea Dinte.
Yeah.
Dragostea. All right, y'all. We're going to have to actually listen to the sample right now. This is Ozone with Dragostea Dinte.
Citerò iubira mea primește fericirea. Alo, alo, sunt eu, Picasso, ți-am dat bip și sunt voinic, dar să știi, nu-ți cer nimic. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei, numai ei, numai ei, chipul tău și dragostea din tei. Mi-amintesc de ochii tăi, ei. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei.
Supposed to be
oh, that part. But this is also in the song as well, though.
Yeah.
Dragostea Dinte. I'm gonna do it that way now for Dragostea Dinte. Yes, that's Ozone with Dragostea. I can't even say it anymore. But yes, actually it's funny because this song came out in Korea a long time ago too, because a Korean singer redid this as well. By the name of Hyunyoung. Yes. Oh. She goes, Duna ye, Duna ye. It's a Korean version. So I didn't know this was a sample either. Yeah. And when I heard the song, I was like, man, who came up with a song like this? And all of a sudden they're like, this is a sampled song from back in the day. I was like, oh, I didn't know. And I felt bad because I was dogging on the person who originally wrote the song, not knowing it was just a goofy song. But it's not a goofy song. It's a serious song. Dragostea Dinte by Ozone is the original song, of course. And we're talking about T.I. featuring Rihanna. But it's funny because when they heard this song, how did you go, yeah, we're going to go gangster with this beat? It doesn't sound like it's going to be thug or hip-hop.
Yeah, but I think there's like the main melody that Ozone had that was really catchy in the beginning, and T.I. also starts on... Yeah, that part right there. Just like that.
Okay. We're going to have to check that out then. Today we're going to play T.I. or Mr. Tip. T.I. featuring Rihanna with Live Your Life. That was T.I. featuring Rihanna with Live Your Life. Maya he, Maya ho. That part, that's the sample you wanted to hear.
Yes.
Yes, we didn't have that one set up, but y'all know that song. That was Ozone, that hit. Dragostea Dinte, or Dinte, or I don't know. Anyways, we're back with Poppin' Roots. We're going to get to the next artist right now. Now, who's the next artist you bring to the table?
The next queen is Beyonce, featuring her boo, Jay-Z.
We're talking about Beyonce featuring Jay-Z with the song called
Upgrade You.
Yes. Now, give us some info on this.
Y'all know who Beyonce is, and, one of the best-selling music artists of all time.
Very talented as well.
Has won 17 Grammy Awards and sold over 118 million records as a solo artist. So not as Destiny's Child, but as a solo artist.
Wow. So that's... How many albums did they sell as Destiny's Child then? There's got to be way more. At least in the 200s altogether, probably. Yeah. Wow. I want to be Beyonce's son. Can you adopt me? Could you imagine how much money they have, Beyonce and Jay-Z? 118 million records?
They had an empire.
118 million records.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom that right now. Anyways, keep going.
Yes, and you know, she's one of the most influential people in the world. She's as featured in Times Magazine.
Okay.
And you know, she really stands up for like the woman, you know, girl power, you know, as a feminist too. And yeah, this song is not Beyonce's biggest hit.
Okay.
But still, you know, one of my favorites. And you know, originally this song was supposed to be, you know, featured by T.I.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
He's busy with some business reasons, and so Jay-Z's like, hey, I'll come in and, you know, put a verse on that. Right? And this song was also... I'm
pretty sure it's not the verse he put on her because it's his wife, so he probably kissed her and everything. They was getting freaky in that studio. Yes.
Yeah, so back in the day, they're probably just like dating, you know, and just trying to get on Beyonce's good side, you know.
On her video phone. I like that song too. It's a little freaky, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
All right, now this song actually reached number what on the Billboard charts?
59. And
That's it though?
Yeah, it was only released in the U.S.
Wow.
It wasn't released internationally.
Oh, okay.
But back in the day, they played this in the clubs like all the time, big club tune. But yeah, it didn't like chart really high.
Oh, now who produced this track? Did she do it?
By Swizz Beatz.
Okay, the man himself. Mr. Alicia Keys' husband.
Yeah.
Yes, Swizz Beatz, very talented man. I got to party with him when he was in Korea. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Pretty cool guy. It was funny because when we partied, we were at a club and they're playing on like electronic house music, and he was sitting there, was chilling, and all of a sudden he busts out his phone. He goes, "Man, I'm tired of this music." He connects his phone to the system and he just plays hip hop all night. And most people were like, "Oh my, 뭐 하는 거야? He's crazy." I was like, "You go, Swizz Beatz," because I love hip hop music. That's how I was having a good time. I was dancing, you know, just because of music. Anyways, yes, Swizz Beatz produced this track for Beyonce and Jay-Z called Upgrade You. And I didn't know it was released only in the States because I remember hearing it out here too.
They only like intended it to be in the States. Obviously, you know, it leaked out in the markets.
Of course,
but, you know, yeah, but the company did not officially like, you know, start pushing it in other markets. So it was mainly for... Yeah, the U.S. And yeah, this single was off the album Dangerously in Love.
All right.
And she's released 5 albums so far. And recently, her 5th album being Beyonce. You know, now that she's like, you know... Beyonce, yeah. She started to go more the experimental route, you know. She gets to do what she wants to do. No one's telling her, you know, come up with this kind of a concept. You know, so, yeah.
It's got to be harder for her because I know her manager's her dad. And her fashion designer or stylist is her mom.
Oh.
Now, when it comes to family, it's kind of hard because you don't want to, you know, just upset your family members. Because I can't imagine if my dad came up to me and told me to do certain kind of music. Like, tomorrow, you will do trotu umak. I'd be like, Dad, come on, chill. I don't do no trotu. Or my mom be like, you should wear tutu. I was like, Amma, no, man, I can't. And you can't fire them because they're your parents. So, I mean, big ups to Beyonce for being patient with their parents. But I have to admit, though, Beyonce, some of her outfits that her mom came up with were pretty fly.
Oh, really?
Wow. Her mom designed a lot of the stuff that she wears on TV.
Wow.
All right, so we're talking about Beyonce featuring Jay-Z's Upgrade You. Now, where did this song originate from?
Originated from singer and songwriter Betty Wright.
Betty Wright. Not Betty White from the Golden Girls, but Betty Wright, an artist.
Betty Wright, yes.
Okay.
Off the song Girls Can't Do What the Guys Do.
Oh, girls can't do what the guys do.
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird. Girls can't do.
Yeah.
So this is not like equality music. This is... Girls can't do certain things that guys can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where's Betty Wright from, and where does she originate from? What kind of artist
she originated from Miami.
Okay.
And she's a huge singer/songwriter back from the 1970s.
Oh.
Yeah. And she has a few hits called Clean Up Woman.
Okay.
And Tonight is the Night.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm going to have to listen to some of the music.
Yeah, and she released her first single when she was 17 years old.
I was just laughing because I listened to the 2 titles. Could you imagine in a sentence? You know, tonight is the night that you're going to clean up, woman. Do that laundry. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just joking, y'all. I'm not like a person like that. Alrighty, so Betty Wright came out with a song, Girls Can't Do What Guys Do. That's a song that is actually the original song for Upgrade You. When did the single come out?
This was released in 1968.
Man, this song's old.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, and this Betty Wright song is her first song that put her on the map. First ever single to finally get into the charts, and after that, she just blew up, and, you know, finally everyone knew who she was.
I've never heard of Betty Wright before. Wow, that's weird. I know Betty Crocker. She has some good pastries and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so then let's listen to the sample right now. This is Betty Wright with Girls Can't Do What Guys Do.
Yeah.
go out and play sometimes. But girls, you must not let it get you down. Just take this advice I give you, just like a mother. You try to match your guys if a dude. Don't try to do the thing. End up in the gutter. No, those girls, you can't do what the guys do, no, and still be a lady. Girls, you can't do what the guys do, no.
That's a pretty good song. Girls can't do what guys do now. That's my next single, y'all. Girls, could you imagine in Korea? People would be mad at me.
Oh,
여자들은 남자들을 할 수 있는 거 못해.
Like, what?
Right, they're gonna hate me. All right, that was Betty Wright with Girls Can't Do What the Guys Do. Now, the song that y'all know actually Beyonce featuring Jay-Z in the beginning, right when it goes to that
the brass part,
you heard that brass, you're like, okay, this is Beyonce. No, that was not Beyonce, that was Betty Wright. Now we're gonna go into the not Betty White song. And of course, this Beyonce song isn't just herself, it's Jay-Z. And I know you guys know this song, especially if in the US, because the single came out in the US. Only number 59 on the Billboard charts, but it's still a great song. Joe Park, thanks for coming in today as well.
Thank you.
He was actually staying away from the mic. He's just like, I'm done. He's not going to talk to me. I am talking to you. But is there anything you want to say to our listeners right now? This is your second time in the studio with us?
Yes, my second time in the studio. It's awesome being here. And I hope you guys really enjoy Beyonce's music. And yes.
Yes, and also you guys know Joe Park is a producer. So if you need any singles, contact us here at What's Poppin'. Try to connect you with Joe Park. Hint, hint. Maybe he'll help me out with my albums and singles and stuff like that. Hint, hint. Because I do like some of the R&B stuff, you know. Hint, hint. Anyways, we're going to wrap things up right now. But like we said, the last song of the hour is going to be Beyonce featuring Jay-Z with Upgrade You. Once again, this is Brian, Jew, and
Joe Park in the house.
Signing off, y'all. Peace.